Hello and welcome back to Castlegoat. It hasn't been that long since you last left us. I've got a little bit more work done in preparing this area, and I've even started to develop some ideas of what I'm going to be doing with these rather large walls that, well, I mean, this one could branch off in different directions, so I might leave that one, but this is just begging for something interesting to be done to it. It's like a canvas waiting for paint. I don't quite know what I'm going to do just yet. I've got a forming idea, a larval stage idea wriggling around in my head, and that does sound remarkably disgusting. I wish I hadn't thought of it that way, but we'll see how that all pans out. We are making progress with getting this wall sealed off, and then that will be in another layer all done. Now, we appear to have a merchant on the way in. Aha, here you are, a merchant from the Musical Tooth. So I thought I'd bring you back to see what fantastic ores we could get. We've got that's not a whole lot of iron ore, honestly. I wish it had been more. But we'll take it. We'll also take your silver ore, your tin ore, your malachite ore, your copper ore, all of your ores, all of your coal. My lord, that's a lot of coal, to be fair. Well done. We will definitely take all of the serpentine. I'm not using the lapis lazuli at the moment, and I'm rarely using the bauxite. So granite and serpentine are the only real things that I need to pick up. We've got more clay than we know what to do with, and we've definitely got more dirt than we know what to do with. Anything else? No, we are really doing fine for all of the bricks. Now then, what are we going to sell for this? That's 5 grand. My god, that is a lot. Hopefully we'll be able to sell a couple of our rings and make even more, so on and so forth, until we can get all of those done. So, a Paul Sapphire ring, we've got 2 of those, a Paul Sapphire necklace, a fine sapphire necklace, that's quite nice actually. Let's get rid of all the statuettes. Where are we? All the way up here. 28 regular ones. That's actually pretty good. We've got 37 poor ones. Really? That's terrible. Go through all of the poor ones. We've got 20 fine yak statuettes. That's actually quite nice. Not too many more good ones. Or actually 11 fine alpaca statuettes. Well done, guys. You're doing really well with those, honestly. I'm quite impressed. Now we're almost there. Just need a couple more rings, really. Let's drop off some of the things. Like, we'll get rid of the granite. We'll get rid of the stones, basically. We'll also drop the copper ore. And we'll drop some of the tin ores. Actually, we could get rid of the... Yeah, we could actually get rid of a large amount of the silver ores just for now. Oops. Let's drop 10 of those. Now what are we looking at? Okay, we actually can take a few of the silvers back then. That's not too bad on the whole. We'll take 2 of them back. I don't think we'll be able to fit 3. No, we would not. Right, okay. Well, that's enough for us for now. With the gems gone, our jewelsmith will begin to make more. And that's why I wanted to make a partial trade to start with, is because we get rid of the gems that we're holding on to, and then hopefully we'll be able to make a couple more. Right, go collect all of that if you would be so kind. Using the wheelbarrows. A merchant from the Scalded Land as well. My lord. Alright. Well, things are going okay then. Though we've got nothing to trade with now. Damn it. You're going to have to wait. You should have appeared earlier. I'm sorry, but you were a bit of a derp. Now, what are you gathering? You're gathering the iron. Fantastic. You're going to start making steel right away. That means we're not going to be very far away from steel helmets. And once we've got steel helmets, then we can start on the steel gloves and things like that. And everything will begin to go fantastically. Now... I've been thinking a little bit more about this area, and I am very, very close to just making this for our armorsmith and our weaponsmith, and actually making them really, really nice bedrooms up here, just so that they will work a little bit longer. And then I'll be able to be a little bit more creative with the areas around, because 2 large bedrooms is not going to take up a whole floor. But then on the next floor up, we will have another set of bedrooms. And the reason why I would actually like to have the separator between this floor, because we've got a separator there, but the tiles are right up against it. So if we have another separator floor, then the bedrooms for a new squad, then the sort of roofed balconies won't look quite as out of place as they would if they just appeared immediately atop these ones. So it'll work out well in the end. I hope. I mean, I'm saying that. I'm perhaps counting my chickens before they're hatched. Now, with all of the metal that we've just got, I'm hoping that we will be able to get... those sword blades may still take a while. I've also been considering, at length, whether to change the formation of this squad. The reason for that is, currently, our garrison squad is using the perk Shield Wall. An increased block chance and block rate for each member with a shield. Now, that is good, certainly, but our soldiers have got very high shield skills now. Do we really need this benefit? I mean, I guess it depends how much of a benefit it is. We have got 5 members with shields, so this might be a significant bonus. If not, though, then maybe I could look for something else. Let's have a quick look through the different ones we've got. We've got Shield Wall, Best Defense, increased melee weapon damage for each member with a melee weapon. Firing Squad, increased ranged weapon damage. We wouldn't want that. Fire at will, no. Suppressive fire, no. Is that really it? Are those the only options? Because honestly, if that is it, then I might just go with that. Because the only other one that would really make sense is the Best Defense. Now, shields, I believe, count as melee weapons, so they would all benefit from this. If we went for that, though, I could drop the shields that our assassins are using and have them dual wield instead, so they could have an axe and a shield hammer, which would make them effective in any situation rather than only really effective against something who's really going to miss their arms, which the mants tend not to because their primary weapons are not attached to their limbs. I will consider that. Let me have a quick look at the positions. Assassin, you're currently sneaky, so that's already set for you. Guard Commander is Commander, that really can't be anything else. And Shield Bearer is Taunt. Well, I guess you don't have a specific benefit for your type of work, do you? Increase block chance and rate, but no, we need you to Taunt. Well, see, that's the thing, is if I get rid of these shields, especially if I get rid of the Commander's shield as well, so we lose 3 shields out of this, what benefit will they really be getting from Shield Wall? Wouldn't it be better at that stage to give them the best defense? Now, the reason why I might take away the Commander's weapon is, as we saw in the Mant fight, Adsto got attacked. Got attacked in his head. The only part of his body that wasn't covered with metal. Makes sense, obviously, for enemies to focus on that weak point, but it worried me, because he's the only one I can't entirely armor, because his perk requires that he not be wearing armor on his head. Now, to refresh your memory, his perk is Commander, and Commander, any target of the Commander takes increased damage from other squad members when no helmet is equipped. So basically, he's leading the charge. He's directing his squad mates to be as effective as they possibly can be. So I could either go for that and just let him wade in and be at risk, or I could give him a crossbow and have him stay well back from the enemies, just plinking arrows into them. He'd still, I believe, give orders, and his squad mates would still gain benefit from that. So, I mean, if he had a crossbow, he wouldn't be contributing to either Shield Wall or the best defense. The only thing he'd get a benefit from is if the entire squad had a bonus to range weapons, which I don't want to give them. Where are you going? Who are you? You're an old merchant. Okay. You may leave. Yes, you may leave. But right now, I think we'll wait until we've got an entire set of steel. Once we've got all steel items on our shield bearers, that doesn't include the shield, then I will look at changing this to best defense. At that stage, my assassins will drop their shields in favor of new weapons, and I'll also start constructing a steel crossbow. Once a steel crossbow is made, my commander will equip that. I'll also construct steel bolts. Hopefully this will make him incredibly dangerous. Steel bolts are mant-slaying weapons, if the person firing them has any clue in how to shoot something, which initially our commander won't, but eventually he will, and hopefully that will lead to a great many slain mants. That is my hope, at least. Now, whilst we're waiting for more work to be done and more things to be hauled, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I shall meet you back when there is something to report. So, see you in a few minutes, I hope. And welcome back. Here we have a bunch of mants. Let's see. 1, 2... How many are there? 3, 4, 5... How many? 6? Okay. Is it just 7 of you? Alright, 7. Well, that's not as bad as the last time. Is that all of them? Yes, it is. Fortunately, I managed to spot them very early on because I was looking outside the fort. So they've already issued the alarm and more or less everyone is getting... Oh my god, you are all there more or less. Well done, everyone. I'm very impressed with your efficiency. Now we just need to wait for these gits to arrive at the fort. Right, we'll give our militia as long as they can have to get ready. And we're going to send out our attackers. Now, we want the Poisonous Ancients to engage first and foremost. So, let's get out there, shall we? Try not to be the first one there, Ajsto. I'm just saying, it doesn't end well when you try and beat them off with your face. Ow, ow, you are already bleeding, aren't you? Yes? No? Check your health. It's bleeding from his head. Damn it, Ajsto! I told you not to do this! You know, I'm starting to wonder if this current setup is really that good. Maybe I should just have an entire squad of shield bearers and have them engage first and then follow up with another melee squad. Ah, my lord. This is terrible. Right, everyone get in there and attack. Help Ajsto before he dies. Please don't die, Ajsto. I would hate it if that was the case. Right, please kill the mants quickly. We require them to be dead. Where is Ajsto? Alright, let's check events, see if people are still attacking Ajsto down the bottom. Soprancy, that's fine. Soprancy. Any others? Troll of Reason has fallen to the ground. Ooh, a mantis biting Troll of Reason. Oh, damn it. Oh, well done me. I've managed to disarm one of them. Mant bites Soprancy. Okay. Anyone else going for any... anyone who isn't a shield bearer? No, that's Soprancy. Ah, I don't know. I am really starting to think that I might need to get the squad set up differently. Maybe have an entire squad of just shield bearers, because right now they do seem to end up attacking our non-shield bearers as much of the time as anything else. There's one down, that's good. Come on, please let... Right, 2 down, so that means there's only 5. Let one of those be the ones... No. 3 down, but someone's bleeding again. So clearly, one of the ones that's alive is one that is attacking someone who isn't a shield bearer, and that is terrible news. Please don't lose any arms, legs. Okay, you're bailing. Why? Evelyn, are you alright? No, you're in good health. Alright. Fastowen, what's happening with you? No, you're in good health as well. Have you forgotten what I told you to do? That's okay. If you forgot, I don't blame you. It is kind of a heated situation, as long as you return to battle right now. All will be forgiven. Oh my god. Whose blood is that on the floor? Wolf Dude's blood. Has someone died? Has one of the shield bearers died? No, we've killed 4. That means there's 3 left. Please bail out if you're bleeding. Don't just stand there. Get out of there. I appreciate that you're very, very brave, but no. Right, 2 more. Come on, someone has got to kill them. 1 down. Right, it's down to 1 now. And he's dead. Is everyone okay? Will you just... My goodness, that was a bit rough. Someone has suggested I start patrolling now. And honestly, I'm starting to think that that might be a good idea. For too long, I have been complacent. I felt that the mount threat was nothing that I really needed to worry about. And lately, it is actually beginning to ring true that the mounts are one of our greatest threats. Alright, I'm going to get everyone to stand down off alarm, make sure that everyone has still got all the correct number of limbs, well, except for Rick and Sheilab, and I shall bring you back in a few minutes. See you soon. And welcome back. We have a merchant from the Rainy Gear who's quickly making their way to the marketplace. I'm having a glance around, making sure there are no mants crawling about on the hillside. It is raining though, it makes it a little bit difficult to spot things because there's lots of movement. Right, well, I'm not sure that we've actually made much in the way of trade goods yet. We have probably made quite a lot of statuettes though. Let's see, what do you have to offer? Let me see my wood stocks first. We still haven't bought all of the silver yet, but at the moment wood would probably be a higher priority if we don't have too many logs. Yeah, we could do with a top up, so we're going to spend our trade goods on the Rainy Gear. We'll take all of your pine, birch, well in fact we'll just take it all. And let's see what we can sell you. Lots of poor sandwiches. Oh dear. Not too many poor drinks though, which is nice. Where are you? There we are. Okay, let's we only need to get 253. We should be able to get that fairly easily, I imagine. Actually, I could just sell one poor sapphire ring and a little bit extra to get that. So let's do that, why don't we? Oh, have I sold two? Sorry about that. Right, we want a little bit over 10. A yak statuette, one of those. In fact, you know what? Just have two. Give you a little bit of a profit there. I feel bad otherwise. There we go. All of those logs are now ours. And I shall issue the clean order right now. As for you, since we do have at least one ring that I can offer, how much would that be? I may struggle to get... Well, actually, no, we've got a fair few statuettes that I should be able to use to get that. So let's see what we can do. Where are you? Here we are. We'll get rid of the ring first, and then we'll top this up with statuettes until we have the right amount. Just need a little tiny bit more. That one should do it. Yeah, we'll give you a little bit of extra profit as well. Thank you for bringing all of that glorious ore. We won't take the copper. I very much doubt we'll actually get to the copper, unfortunately. But we do have quite a lot of metal now. Let's have a quick look at our stockpile. We want to know what ores we've got. We've got a lot of tin, an awful amount of malachite there, some silver ore, and a fair bit of iron ore that we are still slowly turning into steel, and then into steel armor plates. I think at this point it is... Ooh, I was about to say, it is the wool that is holding us back a little bit. But hopefully that will get turned into something useful for us. I've also set up a little stockpile in here for bandages. Now, I'm hoping that this will help us a little bit. It's already completely full though, which is interesting. We've got 305 bandages and not nearly that much storage space for bandages. So let's expand that out. I'm using the hospital since it kind of makes thematic sense. But really, all I'm trying to do is get the bandages out of any crate where they're not meant to be, so that it stops distracting people. Because we noticed that, I think it was ArchXL, I could be wrong though, was rushing for a bandage, passed all of these up in order to go into one of the crates in here, which happened to have bandages in, which of course would have been closer at the time, at least in terms of the way he thinks of things being closer. Now, let's have a look around. We are still waiting on quite a lot for the steel helmet, unfortunately. It will be a while before we have enough wool to make all of that. And perhaps I should look at increasing the alpaca herd. Yeah, let's increase the alpaca herd. We'll get the herd up to 6 members. We'll keep the yak herd low though, for now. That should help us with the wool problems that we're having, and hopefully get things back on track. Now, other than that, I have continued to work on the Great Hall. It is going to be a while before we finish that out, but as soon as this wall is drawn out and I've replaced these corner blocks over there, we will then take this away and start working on the tiling, or maybe work on the tiling first, just to keep that there as a guide for where I need to place where the tile border needs to be. I hadn't really thought of expanding out in this direction initially, but these are fairly useful surfaces for that, if nothing else. What I could also do is I could take that away for now. I mean, I could expand the Great Hall out to include this whole area now, but I'd rather wait until we've actually got the tiling done at the very least. Now, are we going to be beset by goblins? Are they going to send raiders? Would it really matter if they did? Ooh, it would matter to you. Oh, you're a merchant, never mind. But no, it seems it's going to be a little while before they actually send anyone, which I'm okay with, I suppose. Maybe we should go and get those fruits in, but who's this? Is that another merchant? Yes, it is. Okay, well, fine. And let's clean that floor if we can, as well as that one. In fact, clean all of the floors that need to be cleaned. Let's keep Castlegoat tidy, shall we? There's no reason for this to be a mess. Though, then I look in the pasture and I realise just how little of a difference it's going to make cleaning up a few floors. My goodness, this place is going to the dogs. There's even random bits of malachite in people's bedrooms. What on earth is it doing there? Perhaps some questions I just don't want to know the answers to, but still, I'm quite curious how that even got there. But we are making progress. Up here we've got the... Ooh, it is now fall. I'm thinking of using a mod, by the way, that will cause seasonal graphics to change. Based on the season, things will look colder or warmer. I am waiting on the permission from the mod author to actually include it in this Let's Play. Obviously, I'll be linking it to the mod if they give the go-ahead. I might even drop the link in there anyway, just so that anyone who's playing their own game of Gnomoria can check it out. It looks really, really fun, actually, and it changes quite a lot. It really, really changes the feel of being in the different seasons when this radioactive green grass actually becomes a little bit more muted and then starts to die off, then gets replaced by snow in winter. Oh, it's glorious. But we'll have to see whether they are comfortable with me using that on the Let's Play or not. Now, I think... Ooh, what was that? Was something just happened there? Ah, saving was happening. Okay, very well. The sun has also risen. Are there any mants out there? I'm going to quickly sweep for mants, and then I'm probably going to wrap this episode up. Let's see. Are there any of you beasties out there? They might not be, but... No, it looks like we're in the clear right now. Random pockets of water everywhere, though. I've actually been thinking of trying to help that along in certain areas. Oh, there's a bear. A hero bear. 2 nomads have arrived! Oh, my lord! My excitement! It knows no bounds! My goodness! How we have been waiting for this. And there I was, just about to end the episode. I'm glad I didn't now. But I am going to have to pause it for a moment while I consult with Chaotrocles over who just entered the fort. Well, welcome back. A few minutes later than I expected, honestly. Whilst I was consulting with Chaotrocles, someone rang me on the phone. And as has become my habit, I muted the mic and went to answer the phone, as you do. And when I came back, I talked for a good 5 or so minutes without noticing that I hadn't unmuted the mic. Some days I just wish I hadn't gotten up. Now, I've already gone ahead and renamed and assigned our new nomads, so I'll cut to the chase and tell you what you're all waiting to hear. We have Sero, who has joined Alex Slayer as an artisan, who will hopefully help with making the charcoal and smelting the bars that our weapon and armor smiths will then use. And we also have Revocane, who has joined me toiling under the sun in the fields. Unfortunately. I mean, when you think of it like that, it's not really the most prestigious job, even though it's probably one of the most important jobs, given that no one would be alive if we weren't making them food. Well, I say that, they probably would be able to live on goblin sausages for a while, but I don't think there's enough goblin sausages to go round at this point. Not without the delicious bread, and especially the delicious mushroom tea. We are holding this fort together, me and you, Revocane. But then, just as I was wrapping things up, I noticed there was a bronze helmet on the floor here, and I was wondering, oh, did you make a bronze helmet and it didn't get smelted, but why is it not in the place that things usually get put when they are made? And then I turned around and I noticed that this is why there is a bronze helmet just randomly stood there. Lizzie, the clever fox that she is, and she was particularly quick in nabbing that helmet, I will point out, has got a steel helmet. Now, that's awesome. And then, I mean, you know, it's worth 2,122. It's fantastic. It's going to keep her alive. Then I noticed this. She's carrying Earnthirst. Earnthirst is a legendary bronze tower shield. That value there, 5,184, because it has become legendary. It has killed so many things. As a result of it having killed that many things, and as a result of it becoming legendary, and as a result of it becoming more valuable, it is now much, much more deadly. Value directly ties into how damaging something is, and that's why legendary items become so dangerous, because they're so valuable. And that's why I've always been surprised when legendary food just isn't very valuable at all. But, so yes, I'm going to be wrapping this episode up with the knowledge that Lizzie not only has a steel helmet now, but is wielding a legendary bronze tower shield. That is just amazing. I would be very interested in knowing how that stacks up against a steel tower shield. Whether they would be equal worth or not. But that is it for this episode. We have 2 new members of the fort. They've already been put into a new squad. There were 2 vacancies in the acing shelters of camp, so they are already there. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I certainly have. The fact we've got 2 nomads is really, really made me happy. Let's just check our... that's why we've got 2 nomads. We're almost at 150,000 kingdom worth. That's probably why we're also getting like 7 and 8 mants every now and then. But for now, until next we meet, do take care.